Hello folks, Erin.scott here again, and back to show you how this can turn in to this. We finished our little well connection. There's a few other things to do, but this is the basics of it. Essentially you see the well casing there. We've got a PVC pipe going down. This is a very shallow well. The water is only 7.5 feet below the ground level right here. This well is actually pretty deep. It's almost 30 feet. I ran a tape measure down and I got to about 27 feet, so I'm thinking we're about 30. Didn't quite hit bottom, but that's what the client's memory is. And you can see we've got a exterior outlet that allows the pump to be plugged into, and we've got it running. We've got it set up and we got it running. I've got a T right here. I'm going to extend the line down past the garage and to a orchard, but you can see this water hasn't been run in 20 years. This well's been sitting here, so it's got a lot of rust it's got to clean out. We ran it the other day and it ran for about an hour and then it finally cleared up. So we know that eventually we'll get some clear water off of this. However, right now it's not actually running on solar. We've got it actually plugged into the grid. So we're going to go show you real quick how that works. I'll step in here to the system. And you see we've got it plugged into the outlet. The idea is, while we've got the options, we're going to use them. So this is how we do it. We're going to disconnect and the water shuts off, and then I'm going to run over here and plug into our inverter, and our voltage starts to drop down a little bit. It was on a float charge, so it was sitting at 15.2, but it's pulling it, and it's going to pull it down a little bit. We've been running it back and forth, but now that wire runs out through to this outlet, and now the solar is running it. And away we go. We will end up putting a cover to sit over this, but this is on the irrigation side. This is a very low cost project. This project, with the well pump and all the plumbing, only probably run just under 200 bucks. This is, like I said, Harbor Freight shallow well pump, and the client decided she'd rather have multiples of those put away with some spare plumbing fittings just in case there's ever a break, so that there's always spare parts. But here we go. There's a few other things that need to be done. We also have the hand pump that was on here that you saw in the previous video that we're probably going to use or find a way to mount on that sits up above it here somewhere, so that we could still hand pump it if we needed to. But we have 20 feet from here down into the well of piping, and on the bottom I just capped the bottom and then drilled a whole bunch of 1/8 size holes around the base of it for about the first 6 inches, so that it would have something to siphon and pull from. But there you go. I could probably upsize this, but for what we need here, the 1/2 inch is just fine, even though I've got a 1-inch pipe tied into the pump. As you can see, there's plenty of pressure, and I believe we're set to go. Let's take a quick look back inside and see what our voltage is now as the light shifts. 13.8. So fully charged set of standing batteries is around 13 volts. So we are running fully on solar. So whatever's coming off of those solar panels is running that pump. We are running not off the batteries, but off of whatever's being created by the sun. So this is working awesome. I hope this helps you guys if you're interested in running irrigation off of solar using your standard well on a very tight budget, because that's what this was. This was a very low budget. Total budget on the this little solar system, which was a 1 kW system, is about $4,500, and then less than $400 with all the extra pieces and parts that we have for the well pump. So, you know, for less than $5,000, you've got not only power that we can use in here, which this will be tied into some of the equipment here, some of the lighting and all, and irrigation for the garden. So, hope this helps you guys. We'll talk to you later.